Good evening, everyone. Today I've come out to this creek here to do a little bit of exploring. Hey, you! You're watching Robbie Fishing. Now, I've fished and yabbied in this creek in the past with varying levels of success. I've caught a few carp, a couple of redfin, and quite a few yabbies. Now, I was out here about probably a month or 6 weeks ago. I filmed a video, a trout tips video, top 5 trout tips or something similar, and I filmed that on the other side of the creek. And while I was filming it, I sunk my underwater camera in a deep highlight there and just let it go while I was down there working. On the way out, I checked the camera and 2 small redfin, only little ones, swam up to the camera. So I know there's some small redfin in that pool or in this area. So what I'm going to do today, I'm going to put a couple of yabby nets in. I've got 2 bait traps loaded up with dry dog food. I'm going to find 2 different spots to put these in, and then I'm going to put my underwater camera in, although the water looks quite dark. I don't know whether it'll see much, and I'm going to go bait fishing in that pool where I saw those 2 small redfin and just see if I can catch one of them. Right, let's get the nets in. The last time I was here I climbed down there, but that's not looking like a good option now. In fact, I better stand back. It looks like the edge is about to cave in. Be careful where you put your feet, Robert. This spot's giving off some pretty strong snaky vibes. There's quite a few animal tracks in the mud down here. The spot that I want to fish with them redfin were is actually on the other side of the creek. It's upstream a bit, but it's not far from here. Right, this net can just go in there. It's a brand new net, this one. I actually both are. I've got 2 of these and they're both brand new. I wonder if it's a bit deeper over there. Not very deep. There's a little bit deeper out there actually. Right, that one can go there. I might make my way to the other side of the creek and put the other net on the other side, where somewhere near where I'll be fishing. Right, this spot looks okay, but it looks very snaggy. I need to be able to just lower it off that log up there, but I don't think I can get up there. It's a bit hard to get out there. I'm going to see if I can get this netting where I want it from here. It's got a fair bit of cord on it. Ah, perfect. It's upside down, so I can just take up some of that slack, spin it around. That'll do. Let's see how that goes. Right, I've got everything ready. I've forgotten something as always. I've forgotten my Yabbies fishing rod holder, so I'll have to find some fork-shaped sticks. But that there is where I had the 2 small redfin swim up to the camera. It was about 6 weeks ago. The water was higher and clearer, but you'll see now, I'll show you the video now of the 2 fish that swam up to the camera. Right, so there were 2 small redfin at least in there. I didn't see anything else. I didn't see any carp or any other redfin or anything bigger. But I'm also just looking down here. Looks like a pretty sketchy spot, but I reckon if I needed to, I could get in down there and it'll just get me closer to the water and make it easier to fish. But I don't know how deep it is, so what I'm going to do is drop this line in. Just see how deep it is in there. It's about 2 feet of water, which is not too bad. Actually, I could probably almost fish from up here. I probably don't even need to go down there. If I do that, then I can have one each spot. That's what I'll do. I'll fish one each side of these reeds, and I'll fish from the high bank. Because if I catch a tiny redfin, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be able to bring it up. I want to get a couple of juicy jan jucks on the hook. Big worms, small hook, maybe I should just use one. We'll just go 1, see how that goes. Righto. Rod number 1 can just go in there. That's where the camera was when I picked up the 2 small redfin. Alright, I've just re-rigged this. This is one of my trout rods. It had a hook and a split shot, but I think there'd be too much wind. It'd blow the split shot around when it caught the slack line. So I've got a paternoster rig on each rod. This one's got a small bean sinker, a single janjark worm. Small ball sinker is probably what I should have said. And that can just go out there. The rod. Oh, it stopped. Just had a really good bite. Is it still there? I think it's still there. I'm going to check it. No, it's not still there. Just meant to get some bells to put on that rod that just had that nice bite, and this is getting some kind of a bite. Absolutely it is. I pull it up slowly. There's a yabby on it, I can feel it. It's a yabby. He's just let go. As soon as I picked up the weight, I felt it kick. Ha! Oh, it's taken most of my worms too. Well, I'll put that back down there. And I'm going to put these bells on that other rod because that was a nice bite before. Whether it was a small redfin or a yabby, I don't know, but something was pulling on the line. It's getting a bite. There it goes. Something's biting. Is it a yabby or a fish? Something's biting. Alright, I bet it's a yabby. I bet anything it's just yabbies. Well, that's okay. Hopefully there'll be yabbies in the net. Hopefully if I don't catch any fish, at least I'll catch yabbies. Yeah, it's getting bites again. Pull it up slowly. That's a yabby. I felt it kick. I felt it kick backwards and kick off. Ha! Look at this pulling tight. That's got to be a yabby. I'm going to lift it up really slowly. I'm feeling kicking. I think he just kicked off actually. Oh, he's still on there. There he is, look. Big it's quite a nice size yabby actually. Surely he's not going to come all the way up. He just bumped into the bank. He's down there somewhere. I can see him. He's quite a decent sized yabby. I don't know whether you'll see him on camera, but he's making his way back into the water down there. I got him halfway up. Bait thieves. Turn around, go in head first. Tiny little bit of worm left on here. I'll put that out there. Something tells me I'm not going to be catching any fish here tonight. What's going on here? That went really slack. There's nothing on it. Yes, there is. There's a tiny little yabby on it. Let's see if I can get this one up. A long way to get a yabby up. He's coming, he's coming. I'm going to get him. Where'd you go, mate? He's only half the size of the last one. This is why I'm getting so many bites. Bait thieves. It's a long way down, mate. Good luck. Sure, he'll be fine. All right. Back in business again. I reckon it was probably a yabby bite, but it just had a nice bite on this rod. It's still there. It's dark as another yabby. I'll try and strike. I felt weight when I struck. There was certainly a yabby there. Both rods are getting bites, presumably from yabbies, but I've just published a video and I'm sitting here replying to a few comments, so I'm not going to race down there. Okay, there's something on here kicking. Only another little one. Chances are I won't be able to lift it up again, but I'm going to try. I can see him. Nah, he got off. The first one that I got halfway up was actually quite a nice size yabby. I think I have another yabby on my line. Yep, I can feel him kicking. Did he let go just then, or was he still there? He let go. Yabby central. He's just let go. I think it's snagged on there. You've got to be joking. Snagged on a big root. Right, well, I'm down to one rod. I've grabbed the rod that was down there. I got snagged on the roots under the bank here with my other rod and snapped my hook and sinker off, so I'll just go with the one rod for a while. I might even move down there to the deeper part of the hole in a minute, but I'll start here first and just see how we go. We're getting a bite here. There's a yabby on here. Can I get into the top? He's kicking around a bit. I'm going to leave him on there for a second. Alright, you ready for the big lift, mate? Willie, come up. Willie. Come on, Willie, only a little one. Come on, Willie, 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 let go. That's another one. Righto, Yabby. See you later, mate. Right, slight change of tactics. I'm going to go back down to the deep part of the hole where I saw the redfin on my camera, and I'm going to fish down here again, and if I get any bites I'm just going to strike. Even though they're probably yabbies, I'm just going to strike every time in the hope that maybe one of them is a fish. Big yabby on here, I can feel it. Is he going to come in? He is too, look. Bigger than the other ones I've been catching. Righto, Yabby, be gone. Oh, there's got to be yabbies in this nice deep hole around all these logs. I've just got to get down there without breaking my neck. I'm getting eaten by a snake. Right, the moment of truth. Has this net caught any yabbies? I'll be surprised if it has. Oh, listen to them all. Has it ever? It's got quite a few. Not big though. They're not big, but they're plentiful. Look at them in there. Wow. I'm going to take a photo of that. Well, one just flipped out as I was taking the photo. But there's still quite a few in there, but how do I get them out without getting bitten? 1, 2. They're all a nice dark colour out of the dark water. 3. I didn't bring a bucket to keep them in. 4. Some of them are big enough to keep, to eat. They're not real big, but they're big enough. This one's not. 5. 6. 7, 8. Well, that's not a big yabby, but you could eat that. In these flowing waterways, they never seem to get as big. I'm up to 8 or 9. I'll say 8. 9, 10, 11. Did all of them? That's all of them. So there was 11 plus the one that got out when I was taking that photo. So there were 12 yabbies in that net. Ha! As I briefly touched on a moment ago, I never get big yabbies in flowing water like this. They normally seem to be in still water or dirty stagnant water. Even in the Ovens River where we catch really big crayfish. In the summer when the water's warm and the yabbies should be biting, you'll catch yabbies in your shrimp net, but they're always small. Rarely ever bigger than anything that I've caught just now. Righto, let's have a showdown. The last net had 12 yabbies. How many has this one got? Oh, there was one just took off out. There was one right on the entrance of the funnel that took off then. There's a few in here. I'll be able to empty them onto the ground here and make it a bit easier to count them, I reckon. Look at them all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, plus one at the door is 8. But I didn't catch that one, so I won't count it. I'll just double check that there's no more in the net. So there were 7 in here and 12 in the other net. The other spot 1. But that's still okay. Well folks, this trip didn't quite go to plan. I thought I might catch 1 or 2 redfin, and if I'm lucky I might get a couple of yabbies. Turned out I caught no fish, just heaps of yabbies. Yabbies Central. I've put them back because I forgot to bring a bucket, and they're not huge yabbies, but they're not tiny either. But I'm already planning to come back out here again really soon and film a yabby catch and cook with these yabbies. Stay tuned for that. Thank you all very much for watching.